Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me once again for Tea Time. Today we have a little bit of focus and misty morning combination. You know how much I love the bergamot. It's so good. And a little bit of zing of the peppermint. It's a really good morning. Anyways, so I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea or possibly a cup of me. We're hanging out, doing a little bit of techie stuff today. I guess it would be photo, tech, video, all rolled up in one. It's basically the entire channel in this episode. And I think this is pretty much apropos here. We're in the gaming area. Hopefully I'm going to do more stuff on this soon. That is my retro arcade that I built with my son a few months back. And I've been threatening to do some gaming on there with you guys live. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's just been so busy as of late. Anyways, soon I won't even have to be here anymore. I'll just be able to type like a little monologue, whatever I want to tell you guys, and my 3D digital representation will just speak to you using the same hand gestures and voice and eye movements and all the rest of the craziness that I do. My second person, my clone, will do it for me. Kind of scary stuff. I was reading this article, I don't know if it was on The Verge or where it was, but it was about AI and this company called Hour One that's doing these AI digital realistic, super realistic representations of people. And it allows them basically to do content without actually having to video themselves or record their audio. It takes their audio and then creates more audio out of it, but I'll get into that in just a second. Basically, what this company is calling it is a replacement to a camera, basically replacing a camera with code. I remember way back in the day, I think it was MTV, you had this guy, Max Headroom.
Max Headroom. And what you're about to witness is one of the most epics ever produced in the history of television.
And he was just like this 3D character that they created. And it was just the coolest thing at the time because no one was doing stuff like that. And I think this is that, but on crack. All right. It's literally a clone of yourself that's doing this type of thing. All right. Which is just kind of scary. I don't know. So they call the company a video transformation company. And I guess that's pretty much right. I wrote some notes here about what they're doing, and I think it's just fascinating. I really do, because you guys know that I am a tech head, right? Not only am I a artist and a content creator and a professional photographer for commercial work, but I'm also a DP, a director of photography for different companies and whatnot. But I absolutely love tech because I used to run a computer company, a software company for about 13 years, way back in the day. It feels like ages ago. And I was a system administrator also. So I know Unix, or Linux, whatever you want to call it. Some people don't know the difference, but let's just call it Linux, inside and out, right? So I am like that nerd, right? So this definitely hits home because I think it's fascinating, but I also think that, I think it's scary. Well, this YouTuber, her name is Taryn Southern. Taryn Southern is a YouTuber. She probably has like maybe 500,000 subscribers. She's a pretty good sized YouTuber, and this company approached her, and I believe that they were in Israel, I think is what they said, but they approached her about doing this avatar, but it's not an avatar. It's literally her, which is kind of crazy. But before I get into this, I want to say that if you haven't went and downloaded my ebook as of yet, go check it out over at JCristina.com/ebook. Once again, JCristina.com/ebook, 10 tips at making tack sharp images. There's something there for everyone. Pro-ams, amateur, or professional. You're going to be able to get something out of it. Once again, JCristina.com/ebook. So basically, this girl went into a studio to green screen herself, and they did voice sampling on her and whatnot. Before I get into it, I want to say that the company themselves have said, and I think it's kind of scary, and I don't know if there's actual evidence of this, but they were saying in the next 5 to 7 years, 90% of all content that we see and hear will be synthetic. That means that it's going to be generated or computer generated instead of actually videoed like we're seeing right now. Computer generated, guys. Computer generated. I mean, we know how amazing the computer generations are with movies today. But I guess the actual cost for doing this is becoming less and less and less. And I think that's what is actually spurring this to happening. One of the other things was the virus. I want to read a quote real quick. Now, this is from Southern. I think this is really interesting. When the pandemic hit, production all over the world shut down. People were looking for alternative ways to make content, and I was curious about what could be produced with AI-generated video, says Southern. Now, just to preface this, she does a lot of AI-generated music, okay? So this isn't a far-fetch here, okay? She continues by saying, experimenting with AI video production has been similar to working with AI music. I heard this before. It provokes important conversations around the future of identity and trust and will undoubtedly change the future of production. 100% correct, guys. This is absolutely the fact. They're creating AI clones and allowing them to say anything that they type in to the clone. She talks about how this process all went down and a video about how it happened. So I'll probably run that here and maybe put it into a little window because I think it's important so you can see how simple, how absolutely simple this was, which is kind of scary.
I am creating an AI version of myself.
AI Taryn must have perfectly coiffed hair.
I'll be reading through a couple scripts and then singing a song and we'll be done.
Time for a good night, hope tomorrow will change.
So the idea behind it is she went into a studio on a green screen and read a little bit of dialogue and sang a song, basically. So they took multiple angles of her face, speaking the dialogue that they need her to speak, and it probably has to do with different shape forms of the mouth for different words, and as well as singing the song. And I'm going to guess that probably has a lot to do with the shape forms that are created through different languages also. Because a caveat to this is that if you're seeing a representation of me, this AI, this clone, I could be speaking English and then all of a sudden start speaking German. And everything will mouth identical to German or French or whatever it is. So that's really fascinating, and it's really, I think, interesting going forward to content creation to really be able to touch the entire world with your content instead of just, for example, for me, the US. Or if I was German, I was speaking only in Deutsch. I mean, you would really not know what I'm saying unless you're from Deutschland, right? You're just not going to know. So I think that it is definitely a powerful thing. But the ramifications is what just, really is quite amazing. The point being that a video and audio is not required for this 3D representation, this clone, to be able to speak and gesture and actually have this conversation, just like we're doing right now, is really quite amazing, really quite amazing. So as scary as a lot of you are probably thinking this is, Hour 1 is basically saying that, well, the benefits are going to far outweigh the negatives or the possible downsides of this process. And I don't know. I really don't know. I can see a ton of benefits for this. Just imagine if you're a school teacher right now, all right, and you want to teach multiple courses, maybe you want to teach multiple courses to different people, French people, German people, Chinese people, Japanese people, American, whatever, and be able to do it and only type what you're teaching and not actually have to deliver the content. I mean, and what Taryn said in her video, and I'm going to run that other video also, I think, in this piece. She said basically she doesn't even have to shower or get out of bed and create content on her channel with this new clone of herself, which I thought was kind of funny. Now, this is different than deep fake. We've seen that where you have Obama, you have a lot of different public figures that have been faked using deep fake. And that's more of like a 3D modeling that is kind of placed over the face kind of thing. This is not that. This is a brand new clone, literally from start to finish. It is not any type of modeling that's going over a face. This is new content that's being created every time you give a script to the AI software. It will produce that clone and speak the script. Really weird, really real. But I mean, but it's kind of, it's really strange, but it's kind of cool and kind of scary at the same time. They call it a photoreal digital human. A photoreal digital human. All right. I mean, I get it. I don't know. Where do you guys stand with it? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. They're also quoted in saying, in our increasingly virtual work environment, our one, the company, technology is also being applied to e-learning, e-commerce, and digital health, places where a human presenter is highly valuable. So I can see that being the case. I mean, you know, if you're a real estate agent and you have a TV screen inside of the home and you walk in and now the TV screen pops on and there's a virtual human, as they call it, a digital virtual whatever, photoreal human speaking to you. The thing is that's all they have to do is get a couple of sheets of paper, a script or something, and it looks like an actual person there doing it. I can see that. That would be really good. The same thing was what I was saying about teaching, and they highlighted it here in this quote, e-learning. Yeah. I mean, I can see this being powerful. Digital health. Yeah. That would be awesome. Also, maybe newscasting, something like that, where you're bussed up, you're sitting there, you're not moving, you're basically a talking head, like Max Headroom, right? And you're just spewing the news or the weather or whatever. And, you know, I think that is a great use for something like this. But, coming full circle, how about if your files are stolen? Okay. And people have your representation, your clone, your whatever. And they just put in whatever they want you to say. All right. What are those ramifications? Okay. Are there going to be things that will be able to spot fakes like there are right now, like deep fake? There are some software technologies that can find and to see if pixels are modified or manipulated on those videos and know immediately that it is a deep fake and it's not the real person, the real celebrity or whatnot. It was my understanding also that they were going to put some type of watermark on all videos that are coming out that are using these virtual humans, let's call them, you know. So is this going to be the case? Probably. What they're saying is they're not sure exactly what that watermark will look like, but eventually maybe it'll be something that is regulated by the government that says that this is a realistic digital representation of someone, a clone, or as our one calls it, that photoreal human. Maybe there is a little watermark so that you know that what you're watching is not actually a real person. It is a 3D clone of a person. that's actually speaking to you just like I would right now, and you wouldn't know the difference. So, looking at some of that video of what they did with this content creator, this YouTuber, Southern, it looks really good. Is it 100% as of yet? No, it's not 100%, but it's so damn close. And to be able to produce content like they're saying in minutes, not hours or days, I think could be very powerful for a lot of content creators, like they're saying, e-learning and, possibly real estate, digital health, where you're in there doing all this virtual stuff now. It seems like the world that we live in now. People don't get together. It's been over a year. I see people on the street walking their dog with masks on. Like if, a bird or a fox or a chipmunk is going to give them the virus. I see people in their cars driving around like if they're going to infect themselves. I mean, I just feel like things have just gone down the deep end a little bit with this whole thing. But, hopefully things start getting a little bit better. But, looking at what people are doing, on a side note, I had a sheriff come over to my home early in the morning about 7 a.m. because my son accidentally held down one of the buttons on a new phone that he got. And the sheriff was there because he dialed 911. And it wasn't funny at the time. It was a Sunday. I was supposed to be sleeping. But anyways, it was early, probably like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. And I was speaking to this sheriff, and he was basically telling me the exact same thing. He doesn't know what is going on right now. People are literally just not themselves. They're not out. The venues are not open like they used to be. People are wearing masks walking down the road. People are wearing masks in their cars and just doing crazy ass. And this is right from a sheriff of 26 years. I mean, he sees it all the time. So, I don't know. This virtual stuff, while it is, I think, important, I think that it's kind of scary at the same time because it feels like we are now moving closer to this virtual thing. The same thing when it comes to all of the shows that I used to do with Trevor Current. Digital Photography Cafe, we did podcasts for about, I think it was like 300 episodes when no one knew what the hell a podcast was. This is in the beginning of 2000s, 2004, 2006, 2008, right in that time frame. We were traveling from WPPI to Photo Plus Expo to all of the different shows covering technology, covering photo, covering video, covering CES, covering all of this stuff. And now they don't exist. Everything's virtual. So is there a need for these shows anymore? I don't know. That's why I've said many times that I think that they're going the way of the dinosaur, the dodo bird, just like I think that Micro Four Thirds is, It just seems that way. These shows are just going away. Conferences are not happening. So hopefully things change. But as of right now, I think virtual is where it's at. And who knows? Maybe on this channel, you'll see me, but it won't be me in the near future. I don't know. But if you want to get involved in this, I'm going to put a link down in the description. And you can actually go to their website and sign up to be one of their models, one of their virtual heads, one of their people. I don't know if you want to do that or not, but you can if you want to. And you would obviously have to go into their studio and do the whole green screening and voiceover and all that stuff so that they can capture your essence, so to speak, digitally through ones and zeros. So then later on they can manipulate it however they feel. I don't know. I don't know. Hour One, guys. Hour One is the company. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about all this? What do you think? Don't get political, all right? No politics here. Just what do you think about the whole virtual thing and where we are going as a society virtually, like our kids, okay? I'm living in Florida. So here we're a lot more open than a lot of other states. But there's still some schools that are virtual. And even with my son's school, for example, some of the teachers are at home because they are fearful of coming back to school. Even though over the past 6 months, there's only been 8 cases of COVID in their school. It doesn't matter. The teachers say they're fearful and they stay at home. I don't want to get into that. I already did with the 8. Yeah, anyways, so what do you think? What do you think about this whole virtual thing? Scary? Not scary? What do you think about this? My retro arcade. What do you think about this set here? You want to hang out here a little bit more often? I always like this. I like this whole area. I think it's cool. Anyways, guys, I really do appreciate you being here with me this morning, having my cup of tea, chilling out, talking tech, talking video, talking photo, whatever it is, just chilling out, relaxing. So in the comment area below, let me hear your thoughts. Also, when you're done in the comment area, go to community.JCristina.com. Once again, community.JCristina.com. It's our creative Discord server where we can just all hang out with me. Hundreds and hundreds of creatives are there all day, every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, talking tech, photo, video, and there's no trolls. So go check it out, community.jcristina.com. Don't forget also to download that ebook over at jcristina.com/ebook. If you like this video even a little bit, give it a thumbs up. That would be really helpful. And also click the little bell icon somewhere right on here. So when I go live or a new video comes out, you will be notified of it immediately. And if you want to contribute to the channel, click the little join button right down here. That join button will allow you to become a member of the channel. Provide us maybe $1, $2, whatever you want per month, and I can give you back perks, which is awesome. I really would appreciate that if you find the extra change in your pocket. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That would be absolutely awesome and very much so appreciated. Also use promo code YT20 at checkout and you'll get 20% off everything in your shopping cart. Once again, promo code YT20 at checkout. That's it, guys. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe and stay healthy.